I feel like this is going to cause so many ruffle feathers, but I'm in it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Disclaimer, these are my opinions and my opinions only, and some information from friends and their opinions, but not science.
I think there are many people out there deliberately hurting the industry, thinking that it doesn't bother them, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to show you a recent example on my own friend. I'm going to insert the picture here so you can just kind of read it here. So I was reached out to when someone asked me about doing some nightclub photography. They'd seen my work and they wanted me to do some. Now, admittedly, I had communications prior to this person, and so we'd sort of broached the subject before. I'm responsible for my own tax, national insurance in this country, so under the rules, so I would actually have to deduct that anyway. And then every hour after that, I would only get paid £12. That's not even half of the original hour rate, okay? So you might think, well, £12 an hour is amazing if you take off tax, national insurance, okay? And the fact that I then have to supply all the equipment to this gig. Yeah, you're not getting it. I literally have to supply the camera, which understands why I'm getting booked. But I am not going to get paid travel. I am not going to get paid for editing time. I have to deliver those images. By the way, and I did check on the website, I have to deliver a minimum of 50 per hour I'm booked. Now, you might think 50 is great. Have you ever worked in a nightclub? Sometimes the nightclub is dead. Sometimes it's so dark. Sometimes you're struggling to get good light. Also, I have to supply them by 3 p.m, all fully edited to their specs that they require. I need to bring a flash, and I have to pay for the consumables, like the batteries myself. Now, anyone knows you can't put cheap batteries and then expect them to last, so I'm going to be spending a fortune on batteries. And also, there's no travel time or travel payment on top of this, so I am going to be sent around. Now, you might think, well, still, that's money. Is it? Break it down, because I worked it out as being paid less than £6 if I was booked for 3 hours. £6, because I would then be editing, I'd be paying for the software, I'd be paying tax, national insurance, I would be paying for my wear and tear on my stuff, all sorts of things, right? And there are people lining up to do these jobs, and it is those people that are necessarily hurting the business. Maybe they're unaware they are, and this is what is annoying me about the photographic world. We complain and we procrastinate and we get upset that we aren't getting customers, that we aren't getting people to pay us and value us and see value in our art. When we ourselves don't see value in it, we're accepting these jobs. Everyone go, oh, beggars can't be choosers. But if you worked out, you would literally be paying yourself to do this job. And this is where the industry is really hurting itself. We are okay with accepting these jobs, and these people monopolise on those not understanding cost of doing business, or people who are so worried about not having to shoot, so worried not shooting, or so demoralised that they will accept that job. And I know that this is going to sound so elitist to say, it's all right when you've got money, it's all right to pick and choose. But what I'm trying to say to you is that job itself, with those terms and conditions, actually is a shocking offer, in my opinion. It's absolutely shocking. I wouldn't want any of my students to do it. I wouldn't want anyone I work with to do it. It's not okay. And when I then look to see how much they were charging the venues to have a photographer there, it's so different. It's such a different price. And this brings me on to another one. This then stops venues wanting to pay good dollar for good work. So there's been some venues that have reached out to me and they've said, we'll offer you 20 odd quid to shoot like an hour or so in our establishment. And yet, do you know what? When I turned it down, they said, not to worry, we've got somebody else already doing it. And the thing is, you have to learn to respect your work in order for people want to respect you. If you yourself do not see yourself as a luxury item, which photography is, why would anyone else see it as that? And I just think we as photographers need to start looking at our work in such a way that stops this kind of business tactic where £12 after you've done for an hour, and then you have to go home and edit all those images by 3 p.m. to their standard and hand over the copyright. What are you getting from it? Stop accepting jobs that do not work out financially. You could do a mini session photo shoot and get more money in the first hour than you would earn from 3 hours work with this company, and you wouldn't be photographing as much, and you could even do upsells and get more money. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is where the photography industry is a nightmare to itself. We have people who aren't earning, and they want to earn more, and they don't understand how, and they don't know why people don't appreciate it. And then we have people who are willing to work for this. Now, please come at me and tell me reasons if you've done it. Now, we've all got students and we didn't know any better, but when you see people, like, why would you not tell people no, that's not acceptable? I told this company no, that is absolutely atrocious wages and I'm not accepting it. And I got told that, well, it's acceptable to everyone else. No, it's not. People who don't understand how it works are acceptable. And when I checked some of the equipment, they were asking me, what can you give us equipment list, the minimum we expect? It wasn't crop sensor frames. They needed full frames. They wanted the flash. They wanted the softbox adapter. They wanted stuff from you that is a huge investment. Okay, softbox adapter, not so much, but the full frame camera. I know that I'm not the only person who's seen this sort of stuff, and I see it quite often. I was seeing adverts for things like a commercial portrait company. I think that's the way. No, is it commercial? Like a more franchise portrait company that were offering 17,000. Now I'm not going to sniff at 17,000 is a wage. We can argue over living wages and is it a wage to live on. But you're a full-time photographer earning 17,000, and you have to do hard sales. You don't earn a commission on those sales. You don't earn the images, and you must supply your own equipment. That was what was being offered by one of them. Now, so you're going to have to invest a minimum of $4,000, let's say, a full frame camera and some lenses. Okay, you're looking at, okay, let's just go, you went second hand and we're going $2,000. So already you are down $2,000 before you even start that job. I think as photographers, I don't think everyone needs to go self-employed. You can make a great living being an employed photographer within a company, but have some standing for what you do. It's the same with any creative industry. People don't see value because the first person who seems to fall at the hurdle is us as photographers. I know when I started, I made loads of errors. I worked for 20 quid. I did a wedding once for 140 quid. I've done band photography where they've had commercial rights and they literally paid me £200. And even to this day, 4 years later, they're still using those images. I paid for the venue, everything. I made a complete loss on that shoot. Like, it was a proper, and I thought, oh, it'll get me loads. It did not get me loads. I just get to brag that so-and-so will use my images. If we don't start seeing value in our work and standing up for ourselves, no one else is going to. Let me know in the comments below if you've had any examples where you felt like you've been taken advantage of, or people have offered you jobs that just make you laugh. And I will just share one that will make you laugh even more about me being offered a coffee for a photo shoot. That's it, a £4 coffee for a photo shoot for a blogger, an influencer, shall I say, who shall remain nameless. I've scribbled her name out. Yeah, see you all next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.